Hello and welcome to another Lawn Fawn video. Today we are introducing the new Fancy Box die and it makes this awesome box that can hold a gift card. So let's go ahead and check it out. Here is what the die creates, and it creates all of these score lines for you. And so we're going to fold along all of those lines now. And you only have to die cut this box once to get a box, which makes it super easy to make a ton of them. So I'm going to fold the top flap, and then I'm going to take my bone folder and crease it really well. Then you're going to fold down the next score line, and you're just going to kind of follow them all the way down the box. So now we've got this one going. Then we've got one more here that's actually going to line up with those little tabs also. So I'm going to go ahead and fold those down too. And I always like to crease everything with the bone folder because those sharp edges make it look really nice when you put the whole thing together. So once I've got those going, I can keep moving down my box now. And so I'm going to fold the front flap here. And this one has a cutout that's going to be the closure that I'll show you guys later. We're going to fold down those other little two tabs too. And then once again, we'll crease them really well. Then our last step is going to be folding the tabs that create the sides of the box. So we're going to fold right along those on either side of the box and crease those really well too. Once you have everything folded, this box is really easy to put together. All you need to do is put some tape on those little tabs. I like using nice strong tape like score tape so that it holds together really well. And that's one of the reasons I just love the Fancy Box, because it really is one of the easiest boxes to put together. The lining up is super easy to do, and like I said before, you only have to die cut it once too. So once I have all of those little score tape pieces on there, I'm going to peel off all of that liner tape. And once that's all done, I'm ready to assemble the box. So I'm going to take those little tabs and line up the folds of the tab with the edge of the box. And I'm going to repeat that on all four sides of this box. So you're just going to line those right up just like that. And then once again, we're going to do the back ones and have everything lined up. And once you've done these once, you can actually go through them really quick and really form them really quickly. And now my favorite part of this box is the way that it closed. So you can see here that it's got that little cutout and that tab is going to fit right in, and the closure is actually decorative, which is so pretty. So I love that when you close it, it looks pretty, and when you open it, it looks pretty too. Now this box can fit a gift card, which I just love because it's such a great way to present a card, and then you can just close it right up right into that closure and then decorate the outside, and it's ready to go for a perfect gift for somebody. Now this die comes with some really fun accessories, and some of those accessories are this double stitched oval and a double stitch label, and they fit perfectly on the top of this box. So I'm going to line both of these up on the box, and then I'll run it through my die cut machine, and you're going to see that when I remove these, there's stitching on the outside and the inside. So right now we have a negative there with stitching around it, and then we have an oval that we could use as a tag or a decorative element later on a box. So you'll see here that I'm just going to peel that up. I've got stitching on the opening and stitching on that cute little label. Then I can go ahead and form the box just like I did before, but now I've got this cool little window opening going on in it. And so here is a look at the oval one here, and it's still got that awesome decorative closure. And then here is the one with the label shape, and I just love having that negative cut out of it. I think it's so cool. And here's a look at a plain box, a box with the label, and then the box with the oval. Now there's also these two tiny little dies that come in it, and they can make little holes in these labels to create little tags, which I love. So we've got a heart and a circle shape, and you could use the heart or the circle on either the oval or the label, and you're just going to line those in place, hold them in place with some tape. We're going to run it through our die cut machine and remove those, and you'll see that that's going to create a little die shape with either a heart or a little stitched circle, which I think is so cool. And all you need to do is take some ribbon or some twine and thread it through, and that would be ready to go on a gift package. This die also has some word dies too. We put a bunch of stuff in this die. So we've got this little scripty yay and scripty thanks, and they fit perfectly across the box. I love that those kind of little decorative ends go from end to end on the box, and you can put them over openings or on a plain box, and it really adds this great finishing touch to these. Now, one of my favorite ways to use this box is to cut it from pattern paper. So I'm just going to trim down some of my perfectly plaid rainbow paper here. I'm going to hold it in place so that the plaid is nice and straight on my box, and then I'll run it through my die cut machine, and now I'm going to have a plaid box. And because I use the 12 by 12 paper, it's got a pattern on both the front and the back. The inside's going to look really cool, and so is the outside. So here you can see I've got a box going, and I want to add a decorative opening to it. So I'm going to take my label shape and line that right up there on the top of the box, and I'll run that through my die cut machine, and now I'm going to have that beautiful stitched label opening. And I'm going to cut down some acetate to go behind that opening, so it's kind of like a nice little window, almost like a little donut box or something. So I'm going to add a bunch of strong tape all the way around that opening, peel off all of that liner tape, and then I can add that acetate window piece, and that's really going to create kind of a finished look and a really professional look to this cute little box. Now that that window is ready to go, I can start to fold my box just like I did before along all of those score lines, and then add some tape and form the whole thing. And now you can see when it closes, you see that pattern paper on the inside, which I think looks really, really cool in there. So I'm going to take that thanks that's included with this die and cut it from some Blue Jay cardstock, and here you're going to see that it looks really, really cool on top, and I'm just going to add some tape right on those ends, on the part that's going to stick to the paper there, and I can line that up right in the middle, and I just love how you can look through the box but you have the thanks on top. I think it looks really, really cool. Now, with a little opening in these boxes, you can kind of show things off. So you can show cool gift cards off. I didn't happen to have any of those really cool ones like the Starbucks ones that are so beautiful, but you could pick out a card to match your box. And you'll see that the Bath & Body Works kind of matches. So it's kind of cool that you can see the gift through it, especially if you picked out one of those beautiful gift cards that they have out there. And then here's just another look at this box. I think it's so beautiful, really easy to do, would be really cool for favors for a party too. Next, I want to make a box to match an Out of This World card that I made earlier this week. So I'm going to be creating a galaxy background. And this time we're going to go super speedy, super fast motion through it. But if you want to see the slower version, I'll make sure to link it in the description below so that you guys can click to that. But for right now, we're going to go super speed. We're going to add a bunch of blues, pinks, and purples to this background. Dry it, layer some more blues, pinks, and purples, dry it again, and then layer some black over top to create this kind of cool galaxy look. Once I've got my black on there, I can dry all of that, and I'm going to take a paintbrush and actually dip it in some white paint, flick the bristles, and create stars all over this galaxy background. Once my whole thing's dry, I can remove the painter's tape that was holding my watercolor paper to this little clipboard here, and then it's ready to die cut into a fancy box. So I ran it right through my die cut machine, and now I'm going to be able to create a fancy box that has its own custom pattern on it. Just like before, I'm going to crease all of my edges really well. Then I'm going to take this oval shape and cut an opening in the center. So I'm going to run that right through my die cut machine. I'm going to add some tape to the back of the box and then layer a piece of acetate there, right on there, just to give that nice finished look to this oval piece opening. Next, I'm going to go ahead and form the box, and then I can start decorating the box. And I'm going to use Out of This World images colored just like the card that I made earlier. So I've got this cute little astronaut, and she's just so awesome. And then all of these planets, and I'm going to kind of surround that opening with my stamped images, layering them so that it looks really cool when I put something inside. So after I've layered all of my pieces, the next thing I'm going to do is actually take that oval piece that was cut out, and I'm going to layer that into the bottom of my box. And that's so that when you look through the opening, you kind of still see a galaxy in there. So it's kind of a cool way to still provide some interest to the bottom of the box. And then I'm going to take a bunch of Chewy Spree, one of my favorite candies, and fill the box with them. And I love that when you close the box, those candies actually have the similar colors to the planets, and it looks really cool, almost like there's more planets on the inside. So you can choose your candy to kind of match your decoration. And so here is a look at that box, and then here is a look at it with the matching card. And I love creating matching gift boxes to cards. It's so much fun. And so you've got all these candies in there, and you could even hide a gift card under all of those candies. And then here you'll be able to see the kind of awesome ensemble. Now, because I was having so much fun creating boxes to match my cards, I wanted to create a box to match my elephant card that I made earlier this week too, my Elfie Selfie card. So I've cut a box from some guava cardstock, And now I've trimmed down some rainbow plaid paper in the sour apple color, and I've trimmed it with one of my grassy hillsides. Now here is a little stitched scalloped rectangle there that actually came from the heart envelope die, the stitched heart envelope die, and I just love that little background. I thought it looked so pretty and kind of really matches the card, and I cut that from some of the new watercolor wishes paper. I formed the whole box, but this time I'm just decorating the front of the box without any opening, and it's actually really fun and easy to decorate because it feels like just like decorating a card. So I just added my elephant from Elfie Selfie and the cake onto the box, and it was super easy to create, and you can see how well it matches with my slider card. I think it's so cute, and it's ready to add a little gift card or maybe a little jewelry or some kind of little gift in there. So I'm going to throw my favorite Target gift card in there, and now you'll see that we have this great little ensemble that would be so perfect for somebody's birthday. So now here is a look at all three of these boxes. I love that these boxes can look like anything. It just matters what paper and what stamps you use. You can make them just to work on their own or use them to decorate and match your cards that you've already created too. And I love that there's that gorgeous decorative closure. And then we have some great fancy boxes designed by our design team. This box by Yanea is so adorable with Color My World and filled with markers. Then we have this gorgeous and beautiful Fab Flowers box by Elise. I love it with that watercolor paper. Then here we have an awesome St. Patrick's gift idea by Elena. I love those little gold coin candies in there. And then this box by Yanea is beautiful and would be perfect for a baby shower. Lynette created a beautiful little sewing kit that would be a great gift for somebody. Lizzie's Fab Flowers box is so beautiful, and then I love how Audrey matched her theme to the theme of her Starbucks gift card. So cute and so fun. So I cannot wait to see your awesome fancy boxes, so make sure to share them with us. Thank you so much for watching and have an absolutely amazing day.